It's Monday, March 2nd, and Salem is about to get hit with two nightmares at the same time. A kidnapper who's not just holding Stephanie, but recreating a twisted past, and a Demera lab secret that could unleash chaos the moment that glowing tube opens. Because today isn't just about, where's Stephanie? It's about who gets blamed, who gets broken, and who gets resurrected. Let's start with the emotional heartbeat of Monday, March 2nd. Because while Salem is obsessed with who did it, Julie Williams is collapsing under something even heavier: regret. Julie looks at the chaos unfolding and can't stop replaying one thought. I defended Jeremy Horton. I vouched for him. I stood my ground, and now Stephanie is gone. And when a town like Salem starts shouting accusations, the loudest voices don't just attack the suspect, they attack the people who believed in him. So Julie isn't only hearing, Jeremy did it. She's hearing the unspoken message underneath: you were fooled. That kind of shame is brutal, because it makes Julie question her instincts, her judgment, her heart. She's horrified that maybe her loyalty didn't protect anyone, maybe it opened the door for more danger. This is where Maggie Kyriakis becomes the calm in the hurricane. Maggie doesn't show up just to comfort. She shows up to anchor Julie, because Maggie understands how guilt works. It doesn't wait for facts. It doesn't wait for evidence. It eats you alive in real time. So Maggie's mission is simple but urgent: keep Julie from spiraling into panic, and keep her focused on what matters: Stephanie's safety, not self-blame. And here's the heartbreaking irony viewers can feel in their bones. Julie's guilt is misplaced, because Julie was right all along. Jeremy isn't the stalker. So emotionally, this scene becomes devastating because Julie is paying the emotional price for someone else's manipulation, while the real threat is still out there, still moving, still winning. And that sets the tone for the whole episode. Fear is controlling the story, because the truth hasn't arrived yet. Now we pivot hard, from emotional pain to pure survival horror. Because spoilers suggest Jeremy shows up at the storeroom, and for a split second, the episode teases what every viewer wants: rescue. Jeremy isn't there to harm Stephanie, he's there to save her. And that should be the moment the truth breaks through. The wrong suspect cleared, the victim freed, the mystery finally cracking open. Except the show doesn't give us that relief. Because Owen Kent arrives moments later, and the air changes instantly. Owen isn't just danger. Owen is Stephanie's nightmare with a name. He's tied to that kidnapping from 16 years ago, the one that left scars you don't just move past. He didn't just frighten her, he obsessed over her. So when Stephanie sees him again, it isn't normal fear. It's the kind of fear that hits before your brain even catches up. Your chest tightens, your stomach drops, your body remembers first. And Owen's presence tells us something terrifying. He isn't improvising. He's recreating. He's trying to restage the past like a sick experiment. Last time, she didn't love me. This time, she will. That's what makes him so dangerous, because in his mind, he's not a villain. He's a man, fixing a story that didn't end the way he wanted. Then comes the twist that turns this into a full-blown trap. Owen ties Jeremy up too. Double hostage drama. And that move is strategic, not just violent. Because Jeremy is the one living witness who can say, I came to rescue her. I'm not the stalker. By tying him up, Owen removes the one person who can immediately destroy the false narrative. And it gets worse. If Jeremy goes missing, if he's found restrained, if anything about him looks suspicious, Salem will interpret it the way Owen wants. Jeremy is guilty. So Owen is controlling two battlefields at once. The physical battlefield, Stephanie and Jeremy trapped. The perception battlefield, the town stays focused on Jeremy. That's why this isn't just scary. It's calculated. And here's the terrifying question hanging over the whole sequence. Does Owen move Stephanie again immediately? Because if Owen suspects Jeremy's appearance means people are close, then the next move is classic predator behavior. Don't fight the rescue. Disappear, relocate, reset, leave the town chasing the wrong shadows, while Stephanie vanishes into a new nightmare. Now, while Stephanie is trapped in a nightmare, the episode cuts to a scene that might seem quieter, but it's actually loaded with history and warning signs. Gabby Hernandez comforts Philip Kyriakis. On the surface, it's emotional support. Philip is worried, unsettled, and clearly still cares about Stephanie. Even if they're not together, she's someone who mattered, and still matters. But what makes this scene important is what it can unlock. Context. Because Philip is one of the few people who can connect dots across timelines. Spoilers suggest he may revisit how the Kyriakis-Demera feud contributed to Stephanie's past abduction, and how Owen was tangled up in that chaos. And that's not just recap. It's a warning. It reminds the audience that Stephanie's danger isn't random bad luck. Her life has been caught in power wars before, wars that created collateral damage, and sometimes the collateral damage becomes the target. If Owen is back, this isn't a new story. It's an old obsession returning to finish what it started. And here's the dramatic irony that makes the scene sting. Philip likely has no idea Owen is back and holding Stephanie right now. So Philip is speaking about Owen like he's a ghost from the past, while the audience knows that ghost is currently breathing in the same town, tightening the trap. That contrast is what builds tension. Salem is still talking in theories, still debating suspects, still arguing about blame, while Stephanie is stuck in the reality everyone is misreading. And Gabby being there matters too, because if Philip starts connecting the past to the present, Gabby becomes the person who can push him toward action, or toward the realization that this is bigger than anyone wants to admit. And then we hit the second engine of Monday, March 2nd, the storyline that feels less like a crime thriller, and more like a Demera horror film. Dr. Wilhelm Rolf. The glowing tube. And that sentence that should make every longtime fan sit up straight. It's almost time. Because whenever Rolf says anything like that, it's never good news. It's never normal science. It's never a harmless experiment. It's always the same message in a different disguise. Something impossible is about to become real. Spoilers say Rolf spends time with the tube, almost like he's checking on it, monitoring it, preparing it, like the tube isn't just a container, but a countdown. And the word that changes everything is resurrection. Now yes, Days of Our Lives is famous for bringing the dead back. But this doesn't feel like a random soap twist. This feels like a Demera power play, the kind that can shake the family tree from the roots. Because if someone is inside that pod, and Rolf is getting ready to wake them, then this isn't just a surprise return. This is a weapon, a living, breathing, emotional weapon that could rewrite alliances, expose secrets, and destroy relationships overnight. And the episode is clearly playing it as a mystery, glowing light, hushed moments, Rolf acting like a man who's guarding a miracle. But spoilers strongly point to a name that would instantly detonate the Demera world: Lexi Carver. Possibly returning via a recast. If that's true, it's massive for one reason above all. Lexi isn't just someone who used to be on the show. Lexi is history. Lexi is legacy. Lexi is unfinished business. A Lexi return doesn't land like a reunion. It lands like a shockwave. Because she's tied to old family fractures, old betrayals, old guilt, wounds that Salem pretends have healed, but really haven't. And if she steps back into that world, she doesn't just bring herself back. She brings back everything people have been trying to bury. Which brings us to the real suspense. It's not only who is in that tube. It's why now. Why would Rolf choose this moment? When Salem is already on fire with a kidnapping crisis, to trigger a resurrection. Because if you're dealing with Damaras, timing is never coincidence. Timing is strategy. And Rolf looks like a man executing a schedule, not making a guess. So the tube isn't just glowing. It's warning Salem. Something is coming. Soon. Now step back and look at the structure of this episode, because Monday, March 2nd isn't just giving you separate storylines. It's building two storms, and steering them toward each other. Storm number 1. The hostage nightmare. Owen is recreating the past with Stephanie. Jeremy is tied up too. And the town is still blaming the wrong man. That's already terrifying on its own, because it's not just a kidnapping, it's a psychological reenactment. Storm number 2. The resurrection countdown. Dr. Rolf is hovering over that glowing tube, teasing a big resurrection. Like it's a grand reveal he's been waiting years to deliver. And here's what makes this clever. These storms don't just exist side by side. They can feed each other. Because ask yourself this. What if the hostage crisis is functioning as a distraction? When Salem is panicking about Stephanie, the police, the families, the community, everyone's attention is stuck in one place. People stop noticing details. They stop monitoring other dangers. They stop asking questions that feel less urgent. And that creates the perfect cover for a Damara secret to move forward quietly. Or flip it around. What if the resurrection is what makes this kidnapping more dangerous? Because if someone powerful is about to return, someone tied to the Damara legacy, then certain people might want Stephanie silenced, moved, or used as leverage before that return changes the power balance. That's the scary thought. Monday isn't just launching drama, it's setting up a collision where a predator is tightening control in the shadows, while a Damara miracle is about to crack open a new era. And the most chilling part? The town may not realize these stories are connected until it's too late. So that's your Monday, March 2nd setup, and it's a loaded one. Julie is drowning in guilt while Maggie tries to hold her steady. Owen turns the rescue into double hostage hell, Stephanie and Jeremy trapped. And Dr. Rolf stands over a glowing tube, promising the impossible, like he's minutes away from changing Salem forever. Now here's what I want to know from you. Do you think Jeremy can convince anyone he was trying to save Stephanie? Or will Salem keep framing him until it's too late? And the bigger question, who do you believe is really inside that pod? Is it Lexi, or is Days about to shock us with someone even bigger? Drop your best theory in the comments, because if Monday proves anything, it's this. In Salem, danger doesn't arrive one storyline at a time, it arrives in waves. And the next wave is already